Hey everybody, this is Dr. J, Professor Spike and Kamal, streaming live from various locales as we're scattered about the Northeast. Some of us on vacation, but we're broadcasting coast to coast and across the globe. We're all here to celebrate a beautiful green day, which we predicted yesterday. Right, Kamal? We said
Fingers crossed.
Kamal Thursday portends nicely for a Kamal Friday.
Yes.
Flush,
Usually.
yes, plush green. It was
Yes.
green enough for you today?
It was green enough for me today, just
That's
for
enough for
today.
your dad.
Spiders were up, what, 100?
Well, we can take a look when we do the charts.
Jiggly,
Spider hit
it can't be
400.
that bad. 100 more days like today and I'll be
Yeah,
even. It
exactly.
can't be
That's what I'm
that.
saying.
101 more days.
Tim, what a way to go into a long weekend. What is Dr. J's price target for Tesla? Is it higher than Infinity
Yes.
plus one? It's Googleplex plus one, right, Spike? Googleplex
Or
plus one.
Googleplex
Google, not only a Googleplex,
plus
but a
one.
Googleplex plus one. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
okay.
know what
That's that's your that's your price target.
you know what a Googleplex is, don't you?
I do,
It's
yes.
10 to the Google power. I'm serious. I'm not kidding. I'm quite serious.
It's 10 to
The question
100, right?
is, I think a Google is 10 to the hundredth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alexa,
You
see
know.
what looking good.
Yep.
It is looking good, Alexis. And we're going to take a look at it ourselves. You don't trust Elon? Nobody trusts
Well, I don't
Elon.
trust him either, to be perfectly honest with you.
It's not to be trusted, Elon.
He's not traditional.
Yeah.
Well,
Any opinions on IKT and SLS?
IKT.
We can take a look at. I know
Sure.
that. I know that one. IKT, right? I know that.
I know that. That's funny.
Yeah, I know
Very funny.
that. Yeah, I know that.
You've been hanging out with the grandkids. They've been teaching you all these
Yeah, and
acronyms, these
SLL
KLAs.
SLS is the sister to the SDS, right? It's a sister society, SLS.
Uh,
You remember SDS, of course, don't you? You
no, I
know,
do
from the
not.
70s. Students for
I'm not.
Democratic Students for Democratic
Oh,
Society.
oh, okay. So
Mark
the
Rudd.
SLS.
Does Mark Rudd ring a bell?
No, I'm afraid not.
Okay.
Back in those days, I didn't have politics. I was too dumb.
Well, actually, that goes back to the 60s, not the
Well,
70s.
back then, all I cared about was my diapers,
Yeah. All right.
my Captain Crunch cereal.
So
Nice
the
rally
big
before
question,
full around. CTEC was weak in the morning, closed up for the day, holding it nicely. Good. Even BioDrek was okay today. Even Athesis was up today.
Oh, Labu.
Andrew says he picked a winner. Labu up 11.3%, downsizing SPXL up 7.545, and TQ is up 9.8%. Congratulations, Andrew. I take it all back. I was criticizing Andrew yesterday why I didn't just
Right.
go into teachers. And Andrew waited a day and he showed me
He knows
why.
from which he speaks.
He showed me why. Jiggly says S&P 500 Dow snaps losing streaks for best week since November 2020. Oh, but we also had the worst losing streaks in 49 years. So
correct.
Right.
we're
So
allowed to have the best week since
it's
November
like, yeah,
20.
when my well, Jiggy knows this well. When one of our stocks doubles, that only means we're losing half our money.
I think it was the worst losing streak in something like 5 decades.
So
Yeah.
so the question is, is this is the start of a recovery?
Well, it's either the start, either we've seen the bottom or we've made an intermediate term bottom. It's not a short term bottom. We got more to go on the upside, methinks.
You think? Well, I don't
Hi,
want to call
all.
anything.
Cabinet guy from the Green Mountain States. And cabinet guy
I'm
says,
gonna be
longs,
silent and thought the fool.
longs can't get enough. They can't get enough going into this weekend. Spy is still
I guess because
climbing.
they heard it was raining tomorrow, so they didn't go to the Hamptons after all.
Yeah, a spy is still climbing into the Memorial Day weekend. Sizing down on Labu and appreciative for critical thinking. Playing bios is entirely emotional. Andrew, if you have a winner, scaling down is good, especially with something like Labu, any of the 3 times plays, because you really, unless you get a string of consecutive winning days, the math will kill you on those 3 timers. I'm not going to go into a math lesson as to why, but just take my word for it. You don't have to take my word for it because our opinions are strictly our own and do not constitute investment advice.
Well, science is still science.
Do your own due diligence, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But I'm not wrong about that. The math will kill you on the 3 times plays. In fact, in the long run, if you buy puts, long-term puts on both the 3 times long and the 3 times short, you'll win on both. Believe it or not, you'll win on both, more than likely. I know that sounds crazy. It sounds crazy, but it's true. Well, you may win on both. You don't have to.
Right.
All right. Washington Beltway. Oh, that is worse than any parkway in New York. I've been on that thing in rush hour Friday, rush hour traffic. It is murder. Could add Memorial Day weekend to it. I could imagine.
I left this morning at 6 a.m.
Yeah, he was smart.
But the Washington Beltway is as bad as any parkway gets. It's bad as, in the nation, I would say. It's really, really, really bad.
In Southern California, is no picnic either.
No, all the freeways are terrible. And right here in Long Island, the LIE is LOL. The LIE
so
Tesla
is just like any other car.
No shortage in Tesla car demand. There's like a 3 to 4 month wait to get a Tesla car because nobody wants it. Okay.
Well, especially with the gas prices.
Well, we care about Elon. What we do care about is Elon selling tons of Tesla to buy Twitter. That we do care about.
True.
Well, it'll go into better hands.
Highest supply of nickel.
It's the nickel more than the lithium. So
I thought
he's right in
that. And also South Africa has one of the ingredients for the lithium batteries. I forget which one. One of the metals is pretty much only in South Africa.
Well, I'm not sure if it was Tim or somebody else back in the old days was talking about how, Tesla was just as much a battery play as anything else.
It probably is. Snap for a quick 9%. The thing about Tesla, I'm not sure they're even winning the race in self-autonomous driving, in autonomous cars.
Please, we're going to start talking about that again. How come every time we talk about electric, we have to talk about self-driving cars?
I'm just not sure that they're winning because you have what's that one? Waymo, the Google.
Oh yeah.
I think they're ahead of them, and maybe it's Cruise.
Yeah, Google's gonna lead the way, just like that glasses with the augmented reality.
The Google car, yeah, and and Cadillac. Cadillac, the new electric Cadillac, is using Cruise technology for the self-driving aspects.
I also view Tesla as a data company. It keeps, piling all this data, collecting all this data and making analysis based on the data.
Yeah, remember we said the other day when Joda had us look at Novavax that it was a time to play it because it was in the low end of the trading range and probably get out when it hits the high end. It sounds like that's what Joda did. I haven't looked at Novavax. Oh, okay, Tim. Thanks for the information. But can you trust him that he's not done selling? That's the thing. Can you trust them?
Only 9 billion.
But the thing is, what they say and what they do are two different things.
True.
Yeah. Let's get to the charts.
Get to the
Let's
video.
get to the good stuff.
Yeah. I also have to. Have to get rid of this, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now I clicked that share system audio. I don't know if I should have. I don't think I've ever clicked that before. It's getting me nervous. The audio okay?
The audio's
Yep.
fine.
Here we have spiders. The SPY, that is. It's after hours up another 99 cents, up 10 points on the day, 2.45% to 415.22. Look at that beautiful green candle. This is three white soldiers, or renamed three green soldiers. A beautiful pattern, a beautiful bullish pattern coming off the bottom, especially. SPY almost has to have more room to run. I think at least to 430, at least. And if it takes out 430, we're looking at the 200-day or the high of the 421 candle, which is 450. Someone draw that one in as well. 430, then it takes that out 450. I can see it making a nice sustained run over the next 2 weeks to 450. Make Kamal happy.
Yep.
And I think, in fact, it could even go higher. It might challenge or revisit the high of 329 at 461. If it does that, I think it'll come back down either at 450 or 461 before continuing on up. The question is how far back down.
So if we break 430, then
if we break 430, I see 450. We break 450, I see 460. I don't think we're breaking 60 so fast. But I hope I'm wrong. I hope we go right to the new highs. It would be an amazing thing if we get a V-shaped recovery off of this disaster that we've had in the first 6 months. That would shock everybody if that happened. Everyone would be shocked, including me. But I've seen stranger things happen.
Dr. Spike, you want to be shocked?
Would I be shocked? There's nothing that shocks me anymore.
Do you
I'm
want to be
jaded.
shocked?
Would you be shocked if it did nothing but go straight up for the next 3 weeks?
I would be pleased if that happens.
Yeah.
Yes.
It definitely could go up almost straight up over the next 3 weeks, but I think 460 is a tough hurdle to take out. If it takes that out, I do think it'll make new highs or come close to new highs. So 460 is a key level. 450 is another key level, and 430 is the first real resistance that we have. I guess the 50 is also resistance, and that would be.
The question, when you start talking about new highs, the question really is, if things were a little bit overpriced and they're going to settle down for this year, where would they settle to? Right? And so it seems that
the pendulum always swings too much in both directions.
I guess.
Always. So it wouldn't shock me if we actually made new highs. It arguably went down too much. You can make the argument that we're oversold. And on the flip side, you can make the argument that it had gone up too much before the sell-off.
Yeah, that's precisely my point. Yes.
But you can make it both ways, that argument.
Right. At the beginning of the year, the advice to say have dry powder was probably the best advice.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you see the succession of lower lows, and I mean, I hate to draw them in, but I will because I think it
you,
merits.
you don't want to be a buzzkill.
I don't want to jinx the market, but you can see that succession of lower lows. But I think three lower lows, four lower lows is enough, don't you? It's enough.
I'm
To
done with my
go up.
lower lows.
The lower highs as well. Let's draw them in while I'm at it. Well, they're not parallel, but
Yeah, it's not really parallel.
unless I go to this lower high, then
I
you
mean,
get
let's put
some.
it this way: that might be a place to decide to start getting back to dry powder again.
Yeah, I mean they're basically parallel channels between the very close to parallel
Hmm.
between the lower highs and the lower lows. And is it a 5-wave sequence from here? 1, 2, 3, 4, pretty much. Pretty much. It's pretty much an Elliott wave 5 down, which is usually not a good sign. But in other words, what could be happening now is we're starting a rally, which would be a wave 2 rally that could go pretty far up, be almost all the way up to the high, and then stop and then collapse and go continue going down. So anything's possible. We could get between this low at 380 and this high at 480, we could get a 61.8% retrace, for example, which would take us up 61 points from the low to 440, 60, no, yeah, 60, getting confused. The fib numbers are 61.8,
Right.
38, yeah, 61.8. So that would be 60, right? If there's 100 points, it would be 61 points, right?
Yes.
441, 442. How does that look for a stopping point? 441, 442. Right about here. It doesn't look like a logical place for a stopping point. Well, my point is sometimes you get a sharp wave 2 up that suckers in all the longs, only to have the market collapse after that. I'm hoping that's not the case.
Hmm.
But my other point is it can last for a long time, and it could go pretty high up. It could even go almost up to the top, like all the way up to 470, but not beyond 480. It would stop somewhere below, and then could collapse. That happens classically. It happens in a lot of these sell-offs. It's hard to imagine that it would go all the way back to 470 just to collapse even lower than 380. But the market could do it. It does these crazy things all the time. I'm not saying it will, but
Right.
it's a possibility. Apple. We were talking about Apple taking out this high from 518, and it did. I believe it did. Let's see. The high was for 149.77. It's 149.90 now. The high of the day was 149.66. Well, with the after hours, it's taking it out.
Yeah. Well, it went right past the 20, which is what we were looking for.
Yeah. I mean, I would like to see it take that high out. That's a little bit of resistance in here. We'll have to wait for Monday to get past it. Look at how many hits it has, that particular
Yeah.
line.
Hmm.
So it's a key level, and it stopped at a key level. I would have rather seen it go up a little bit more.
Right.
So on Monday,
Well, hopefully this ceiling will be a new floor.
I want
Again.
to I want to close above 150 on Monday, Tuesday. Yeah. Monday's okay too. I don't care.
Well,
If they want to open the
we'll
markets
see what people in
Monday,
Asian Europe do.
if they want to open the markets Monday, it's okay with me. Amazon, we said, should close
Still a
above.
heartbreaker.
We wanted to close above 23.16. It too fell short. The high today was 23.03. You see where we drew that line? It came right up to it. Yesterday we drew the line right there. You see that turned out to be resistance. But just like the spiders, we have three white candles, three white soldiers, whatever you want to call them. A very bullish pattern developing here. So I like
Next
Amazon.
Friday is the stock split, by the way.
I really want to see Amazon close above the line that I drew. I want to see Apple close above the line that I drew.
I believe they will, especially next week.
I want to see it have happened Tuesday. I want my anxiety relieved immediately.
We don't want to have to wait.
I don't want to have to wait. I don't want any
We already
red.
have to wait 3 days.
I do not want red at the open on Tuesday. I want green at the open on Tuesday. I want Amazon and Apple up to 3 points each. That's what I want.
The fact that investors, were bullish today before a 3-day weekend is a very good sign, in my opinion.
Remember, I drew this chart yesterday. I think it was yesterday. Was it the day before? I'm not positive, but was it yesterday, Professor Spike, that we did coin?
Yes.
Yes. So I drew this trading range, and I said, let the market tell you what to do. So when it crossed that line, I bought. I think I made a good buy. I waited a little bit too long to buy, but I bought at 73. I'm up to 2.32 already. What will be?
Well, hopefully it'll make it to at least that next line, 150.
Well, at least my viewers know that Dr. J believes his own bullshit.
Right, exactly. That we don't tell people what to do, that we won't do ourselves.
Exactly.
I've tried to be pretty transparent about where I'm not spending my money.
Yeah, look, I mean, I said it. I said what I would do if and when it broke 70. I think it was 70. 71.81. No, it had to break 71.81, and it did. What's this size? 74.25. Actually, it needed to break 74.25, but I bought a little early at 70.
You bought knowing it would go at least past that at some point.
Yeah, I bought at 73. Okay, and my stop loss is 60. I will take my lumps if it goes to $68. That's where I'm at on that one. MA, also three very nice green candles, and they're not really white soldiers because the bodies are not full enough, but they're close enough. They're beautiful, beautiful looking candles, beautiful looking price action, closed above the 100. Really, it should have a clear run up until, let's say, this high of 369. So it looks very good to me. I like MasterCard. I was going to add to my MasterCard today. I was going to do 4 things: buy coin, add to Master, add to CAT, and add to Microsoft. I only did one of them, buy coin. I just watched the rest of them. Very close to pulling the trigger on adding to all 3 of those, however. Those were my mind bet buys of the day. I think we're going higher on MasterCard. I think actually we're going all the way back to 378. And I think that will be the tough one to take out, 378. So there you have it for MasterCard. What else did I put down? Caterpillar. Yeah, where's Cat? I got to type that one in, apparently. I want to look at WAB again because we had it on the show yesterday. It's worth following it at least one time. Look at the gaps up on Caterpillar, three days in a row. A string of 5 beautiful candles.
That doesn't look like a recession to me.
Super bullish. They're going to be selling their tractors all over the world, especially to Ukraine. They're going to need tractors, right?
Yeah, well,
When the war is
need a
over.
lot of construction equipment.
Russia's going to pay for it, right?
Right, exactly. Just like Mexico's going to pay for our wall.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Mexico will pay for the wall. Russia will pay for the tractors. Caterpillar.
But then you won't get Caterpillar.
I mean, I like them both. I like deer and I like cat. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, one of those things. So I own some cat. I was going to add to it, but I didn't. Didn't do it. Didn't pull the trigger. I should have. I really like it. It didn't take out the key level though, 2217.90. Just like the Amazon and the Apple, I want to see this open up and take out this key level here. So there's a lot of blue chips just below key levels, and it's important that they take them out with a nice
So
green
Tuesday's going to be
open.
important.
I don't even care if it closes below the line. I just want to see it a couple of points above it for the day. Give me that one.
You remember Alexis asked about IKT, so we might as well give that a look-see before we close out.
SLS.
An SLS, that's correct.
And I know that. Life
So
Science.
which one? This is SLS? Oh, Life Science, okay.
Yeah, Life Science. That's, oh man, a big gap down on news, I suppose. From some 750 area down to like $4 in one day. That's quite a collapse. And then it took it all the way down to $2, to 210. Came back over a period of 2 weeks to all the way back to 370 to sell off again. Alexis, from this chart, it doesn't look like it's done selling off.
Right, it looks like it's very, very sensitive to news.
Yeah, I don't know. From the chart, my guess would be a test of this bottom is going to happen before a continuation up.
Yeah.
That would be just my guess. I could see it testing that bottom one more time. All right. What was the other one she wrote? I know that.
I know that IKT.
IKT. This looks like a better chart. Kind of
Yeah, it does.
Sort of a cup and handle. At least the cup part.
Right. Oh, it's got a nice rounded bottom.
I mean, it's not a traditional cup and handle, which usually is coming from the south, not the north, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, I like this rounded bottom. So I like charts that look like this. I think it'll test this high of $8 and then maybe pull back to form like a handle, something like that. So I could see a test of that level and a slight pullback to maybe this level. To maybe from 100, it might do something like this: go to $1.10, then back to 90 cents, and then continue on up. I think if it holds true to that kind of a cup and handle type pattern, it might just do that. Or not. Maybe it just keeps going. I like this chart. I like a lot better than
much better than the other one, certainly.
Yeah, I mean, based on the chart, yes. This one I like a lot better. All right, and also it didn't collapse like the other one did. I mean, $1.57 to 93 cents is a bit of a collapse, but not all in one. Didn't all happen in one day. So I don't know. The other one scares me a little bit. I don't know what caused it. And I think the other one could go even lower before it goes up. This one doesn't have to retest the bottom. It looks like it could just keep going. We did everything, or is there one more?
Could we take a quick look at BCRX?
Yes. It was up today,
Yes.
up 7.85%, 976. You see, it contributed to the Labu strength. Strength in BCRX. I guess biotech had a good day today for a change. Well, but it looks quite good, and like so many other stocks, we wanted to take out a key level at 1043. Let's draw that in. Maybe we get more of a sustained rally than the gurus think. Everyone is saying bear market rally. It would be great if they were all wrong and it's a true reversal. Yeah, we want to take out 1043 here. Take out 1043, then we're looking at 1276. But it looks like a tough resistance at that level, 1043. So, you might want to take a little off the table, you play with it a little bit, maybe at 1040, maybe. So it depends on how you're feeling. How are you feeling that day? Do you feel like playing or not?
I'm holding it long term.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Why time the market? Why time anything? Wob did good too. I wanted to look at Wob. Let's see if we can get back in it one more time.
Sure.
Oh, super good. Up 4.61% with the third big gap up. Another, I've never seen this pattern occur in so many stocks at the same time. It shows you what kind of bull rally we're in, or rebound rally, whatever you want to call it. This is a significant rally. You have these three white soldiers. These are classical three white soldiers. In other words, this one is really ready to rock and roll. WAB. One, two, and the third one is the most convincing of them all. The only thing is we should take out, I think we make new highs if we take out 95.58.
Everything is just poised below that. So Tuesday is really going to be a very interesting day.
Yeah, this looks like a good one. We haven't had a good one like this from a viewer in a while, but this one is. Looks like a really good one. Very good, very good. Who gave us that one, Joe?
Joe.
Very good, Joe. Okay, so that's it for today. Alexis, thank you. Mark, thank you. Patrick, thank you. Buyout on
Enjoy your Memorial Day, guys.
Patrick says buyout on AUPH. That would be nice.
Right.
Happy Memorial Day.
Maybe we'll even make more than 12.
Enjoy your vacations wherever you are. And we'll see you all on Tuesday. Ciao.
Take care.
Ciao.
Bye.
Don't forget to subscribe. Tell your friends about us. Give us a thumbs up.